Lights, camera, action. Lights.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the.
What's up? 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 It's the tuck. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the tuck.
Oh,
Tune
okay.
in, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Artistry mode.
Period. We might have to revisit that little.
This is what they want to see.
This is what I want to see.
Wow.
And this is where you want to be. Period. I'm coming from an undisclosed location. JK, I'm in Atlanta.
Woo! I knew I heard the echoes. Them walls. Pow, pow, pow.
The spirits of pounding in this room.
Pound is in that room.
They're gonna have to do a cleanse with a Palo Santo.
Where's my sage at? Hold on. I should have sent you out there with one.
Thank you so much for joining for another episode of The Tug. I am your host, Wellington Gomez, and I'm here with my amazing co-host.
What it do? It's Edward _ENT, and I'm so excited for this episode because we're finally getting this double premiere completion.
Like, enough with the double premieres.
I love a double premiere, but it's like, give it to me back to back. I will sit there 4 hours at the bar and just like take it in, even though I haven't gone out yet to the bar. I've like been consuming it at home. I want to learn these hoes' names. I want to really get into the meat and potatoes of it before we start going out there and then like drunk before the fucking finale or lip sync.
I don't necessarily like the double premieres just because I feel like it's kind of hard to, like, for example, I was just thinking about this in the bathroom before I got on here. It's like, I legitimately forgot that about the other queens. Like, you know, like I legitimately forgot about the other queens last week. It's like, it feels like it's a completely new show, you know? And I guess that's the aspect of the double premiere. But I don't know. I'm not really here for the double premiere bullshit. I'm like, let's get this done and over with. Like, what? Like,
I'm ready for the merge. I'm ready for the merge.
And I thought that at least in the second episode we were gonna see that merge a little bit, but still we didn't see it. But you know, I guess Oh, hold on, my laptop is not even charging, child.
Let's charge it, girl.
Let me make sure. Oh.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna cut this out.
What do you think about this double premiere?
Cut it out.
Wait, what were you saying?
I was saying, let me go scrub my tongue for a second, because, like, you know, I'm Mama's. What's up?
So you guys
we're just gonna stick behind this mic today.
Okay, so first thoughts about this double premiere, second episode of Drag Race season 16. Just give it to me.
All right, rapid fire. So obviously excited, but this definitely felt like the B-side house of Baddies East. I think that the reason why I did like the double premieres is because people are different calibers. They're still letting in like bitches who are polished come in with hoes who are polished, who are doing their 18 gigs a week and they have 17 brunches on one Saturday. And then you have the girls who like in their area locally, they maybe are performing not as many, or they don't have as much of that opportunity, or still working on their craft of drag. But the quality was very different in the sense that, what's her name? The bitch everyone's hating on, the Russian.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane. This is what we want. This is what we've needed. But then you also like the other three girls that were there in that workroom with her. So it's a whole different vibe. Like you said, it's a whole different show. I'm pumped to see how this cast is going to mix with that first cast.
Right. And I think that, I'm going to talk a little bit about this more later on when we get more into like, the overall episode, et cetera, et cetera. But I do think that there was a lot of Twitter discourse over Plain Jane's introduction to the show and the fact that she was so shady. And it was a bunch of like, motherfuckers on Twitter that don't show their faces or don't show how they really look, and they're
behind a profile picture that's not them.
That's not them, and they want to judge everybody. And I am 100% well, 99 because you can never know anything. But I am 99% sure that the people that make you hate Drag Race are all white people under those accounts. Because my whole thing is this
99.
100% actually. We don't
See Devil by Night.
like my whole thing is this. Some people are saying that Plain Jane was a little too catty, whatever. Shut up. This is a reality TV show. It is a competition, but this is also a reality TV show. And at the end of the day, a
Yeah.
reality TV show needs to sell.
You need conflict.
And
You need
if
tension.
you wanted some kumbaya BS, then go watch The Amazing Race. Don't watch Drag Race. When have drag, even when you go to a drag show or a gay
Yeah.
club, you see a drag queens are not congenial in real life. They're cute, they're fun, they make you laugh, but it's with a side of shade.
More
It's
than
with
a
a
side
side of
bitch.
con.
It's an entree.
It's a whole thing that it's all part of the illusion. It's all part of the drag. So for the fans to demand for all of these queens to get along and be best friends and not throw shade and not be catty and whatever, it's kind of like, have you ever been to a show? Have you ever
I feel
been
like,
to watch drag queens?
well, people probably haven't, but I feel like it's kind of like the equivalent of this conversation is every political term, every 4 years when bitches are running for office, and you hear the same bullshit like, well, we believe in abortion and we believe in pro-life, and it's like, bitch, this shit again, like, who gives a fuck? Like, we've done this for years, and it's like, I don't go fuck about your views. Keep shit how it is, or not make it better. If not, let's keep it mute. On to the next. So I feel like that's how I feel. Everyone comes every season. Oh, this bitch is too outspoken. This one's too mean. And da 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 da. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is what we're tuned in for. Take it or leave
Literally.
it. You could, like, we all
And
have the
why is
right.
it
The
your
same way
problem?
that we have our right. The same way that we have a right to come here and give our opinion on shit, they do as well. But at the same time, it's like, don't be surprised by it. Like, we're gonna get it. There's gonna be a bitch who's gonna be a sourpuss, and bitches are gonna be fucking cherry and fucking blossoms. And you're gonna like the queen that you like. Keep it like that.
But my
I
whole
like
thing is like,
I like a bit.
why is it to the point that it bothers you so much that one, you're like boycotting people, that you're like getting
Wait, so who are they boycotting? Tell me, because maybe
no,
I'm
like for example, like remember Mistress got her account deleted,
3 times.
so it's like that's a boycott. Just because people thought that she was, and I don't think that Mistress demographic was behind that, and that's why I say that it's a bunch of white people ruining the shit for everybody, because I don't think that it was Latinos behind Mistress getting reported and getting taken down. I don't think it was black people behind Lugs getting hate because she was being too mean. I don't think it's the Queen's demographics that are behind these people. I think it's white fans that want to be social justice warriors when shut the fuck up and just listen.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, and is that if they unveil their face behind those profile pictures. So we're
I
gonna have to
I
hope and see. But until then, bitch, tune into the talk because we're gonna have our fucking opinions on it, and we like fucking count. We like bad bitches. This is what the fuck we poses in every week. And like you said, at the end of the day, it's a motherfucking reality TV show, bitch. If you don't like, if you want to see Kumbaya, then watch Kasha Davis season. But if not, not the MTV season
not even that
16.
season. Not
Because
even
bitch, I'm telling you.
they were
When
ruthless. That was way ruthless before then.
when we have Plain Jane and Morphine in that same room and it's a cunt off. Oh, I just know Rue's in the back of that production room like this, like zoom in. Girl. Like, ooh. I'm ready
Rue
for this.
loves it. Rue loves it. Well,
And so do we.
and so do we. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Okay.
Looks,
Where
entering
should we
looks
start off?
from the second group of queens. And first, we have Nymphia Wind, the queen from Taiwan.
You know, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. It gives me like what's it? Breakfast at Tiffany, is it? Like
Mhm.
Audrey Hepburn. It's fucking high fashion. I love the color concept to it. I like that all the glasses are also like different. Like every
Yes.
detail was methodical. It was for a purpose. The way that she tied that shit onto
Article.
her head.
The girls got ate up last episode with the big words, and they said, "Let me search some big words to bring back for the next episode." Period. Season 3.
She did her homework. She did her homework.
I
But
love
like, look at her glove. You know, from when I looked at it, I thought it was a dish one.
like those. Yeah, like the ones that they
Mhm.
use to wash the dishes. Okay.
But it's just so like the way that that yellow matches the glasses yellow, but that the motherfucking scarf and the jacket is just slightly off. Every detail was perfect. So it's a 10. That's how you walk into a workroom.
Yeah, for me, it's a wet too. Ninfio Wind is actually one of my top 5 right now. After watching all of the queens, we watched the first premiere, and if you guys have not listened to the first episode, both of these premiere episodes are gonna be coming out together. So make sure that before you listen to
Win.
this one, you go listen to episode 60, where we recap the first episode of season 16. But yeah, I think Nymphia ate this down. She is so wet for me. I am so wet for her. And I love the glasses. She ate down. She ate down. This
It's
was everything. And also it had a comedic relief to it, because when she opened her jacket, it was a bunch of bananas, and then she had
I loved it.
that big old banana.
Just
You know,
swinging.
and it was so funny when they were like, "I know who the trade of the season is." When she walked in and she and she had that, it was super hilarious. Wet.
It's safe to say she blew us away. Nymphia wins.
And then we have the cunt of the season, and her name is Plain Jane. And it's so funny that she's so cunty and she's so like talking about everybody, and then her name is Plain Jane. Like, I love
Yep.
that. Um, this was
No.
cunt. It was giving hips, body.
Can we talk about the motherfucking wig? That shit was literally like you could see like it looked like it was coming right out of her scalp. Like that was a detail that as soon as she walked in, I was like, oh bitch, that face is painted, that face is on, that wig is on, she is in character. Off raw top, like I'm like, I boom. It's giving me, a little bit of a Jimbo flair to it. But at the same time,
Really.
she's doing this cheetah print. She had the titties and the proportion is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my favorite entrance look? No.
Are you
But
wet?
it's like when Break My Soul came out, I wasn't too crazy about it. But then when I got Renaissance, I was like, I get the package. That's how
Right.
I felt with this. I saw it, I've seen it before, but when I get the personality put into Plain Jane, that Plain Jane brings, I love it. So it's so app.
It's always giving body. It's always giving body. And that's what
Okay.
something I realized with Plain Jane. The girl gives body. She knows how to pad well. I love a good voluminous, voluptuous, and hourglass figure. The titties were tittying, the ass was assing, and the hips were hipping. Is a wet for me.
Now, check
Simple.
that hoe.
We have Maya Iman LePage.
Maya Iman LePage. Maya Iman LePage.
I hope it's not Mia.
Mil. We need a shorter name for her. Millie. We gonna call her. No, that's rude. Let me not shorten her
Her name
name.
is Maya.
Maya. So, hmm. I had a
Right.
hard time with this one. The
Yeah.
hair is like it's dope. It's creative. It's unique. The oranges, she could take a note from Nymphia Wynn's book in using different tones of the orange because it
Mhm.
really would have made the outfit pop out more. And I think the material, that glitter with the feather, yeah, we've seen it before, but I think the proportion of that dress, she is shorter, so she definitely what's the word I'm looking for? She pretty much is trying to compensate and she's forgetting to make that shit a little, maybe a little smaller or maybe a little longer, a little tighter. Something here in the proportions is I'm not having a fun time with.
So you know what? I think that for me it was the fit. I think that Miss Maya, she has a very like square shaped body, and I think that she could use some cinching because that will kind of help with her body proportions, and it will also kind of help build like some type of figure. I mean, if she doesn't want to go for that look, that's on her.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see her a little bit more cinched. It's funny because Plain Jane said, "I never seen a corset add weight to somebody," and I was crying when she said that
I
because,
understand.
girl, I was like, no shade. I love the
Mhm.
hair though, and I do like the look. I just didn't like the way it fit. Like
And I didn't even know she had a corset on.
I like the look. I just don't like the way it fit on her. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a regret.
I would agree with that. And her mug has potential.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
but
it got her far enough to get her on fucking RuPaul's Drag Race, but I think it's just very like no
right.
face.
You don't have to like everything. Next. Then we have Plasma, not the COVID one.
Yeah, Miss Plasma, she knows her brand. She knows what she is. She knows what she does. She knows the talent that she portrays, or the skills that she brings. It shows.
It's giving like redefined Kate Butch in a way. Like if Kate Butch was to come to All Stars.
I said when they walked on the screen, well, when she walked into the room, I was like, it's a mix of like Jan Sport and Jinx, where
You
it's like
you mix everybody with Jinx. You was talking about Dawn was Jinx too.
exactly. I feel like
Any white
everyone.
queen
I
that has
mean, like, why not? That's the
any
queen of
white
all
queen,
queens.
any white queen that walks in with red hair, he's like, yeah, it's Jinx.
No, that's actually Jinx's daughter because originally when Jinx was coming up, she actually would stay at her house, did all her wigs together. But
This is
no,
part of
pretty much
a part of Edward's bubble, by the way. You as listeners, you have to know when to like tap in and tap out.
tap in and tap out. No,
Mhm.
but overall, I feel like she knows her craft. She studied it well. She walked in there with not only her nose and her chin held high, but her expectation of what she's going to bring on, her expectation, what she's going to bring. And I fucking love it. It's a wet in her own fucking caliper. Shout out to her.
I thought this was a way. I thought it was elegant. I thought it was polished. I loved her mug. I loved her hair. I also like her, like her vibe and personality in the confessionals. I really like that as well. And the only thing that I didn't like, and I'm gonna get more into it later, but the only thing that I didn't like is that she's too worried about what the queens think of her. And like
I
in
understand
life,
that.
stop worrying about other people. Like, girl, you are here to make your presence
Okay.
known in the competition. Why are you worried that they see you as competition or not? Like, that shouldn't even be
Yeah.
your problem. Your problem should be trying to make RuPaul laugh and trying to do good.
Well, I
So
feel like what got her in that mindset was after the fact that they did the Rate a Queen conversation. She was thinking more, how is this gonna be? Are we gonna vote based off popularity? Are we gonna vote based off talent? So she's trying to make sure that I feel like she's not worried about her talent. I think she's like, how am I working out with these hoes in here, and how are they gonna vote? But with that still said,
I still think she
she's
worried about
worried
what.
about other people.
Yeah. Next is a weapon.
We have
Um.
Candy Muse. So that's crazy. So they have Candy Muse and Tsunami in the same season.
Geneva Carr from Mexico City. First things first, I love the representation. I love the fact that she like this is cute. Like this is a very cute way of representing your country down. I think it looks elegant. I love that it's bedazzled. I'm glad that she just didn't wear like plain colors and that it has some type of like drag to it.
Yeah.
It's a very safe entrance look for me, but she looks good. This is an entrance look. This is not bad.
Yeah, I like it. Like you said, I think you touched on the representation of it. I think she also it's her. Like
Yeah,
this is her.
it's very
There's
her.
nothing bad to say. It's not like, oh my gosh, I've never seen it before, but neither is it like you need to work on it. You brought it,
Right.
you owned it, you walked in and
It
work.
didn't gag me, but it wasn't bad.
But it is a wet.
It is a wet.
Next.
Now we have straight from Brooklyn, Megami as
Well,
the
Brooklyn, where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Um, I mean, definitely being a little biased because Shorty from Brooklyn, but this was not something that was like ideally, and I know this is gonna sound so fucking rude, but like this is something that I feel like would wear for my like a come up era kind of look. You know what I mean?
I say this is what I would wear for my confessional.
It's just very what's the word we use?
Pedestrian,
Pedestrian. Yeah, I was
but
gonna say
like
passive.
pedestrian, but
Eleganza. No, not eleganza. Just
like it's pedestrian, but it's also like a. I mean,
Canal Street.
I don't want
Like
to say. I don't want to say pedestrian who's
who's
Catholic
Catholic?
who says production.
That's like the Halloween costume when you go to like Spirit Halloween, and it's like pedestrian who's Catholic. You're like, ooh,
Right,
I'm
like Dia de
wearing
los
this.
Muertos type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Like, she's supposed to be the Antichrist. It's cute. I mean, I'm not gonna try to critique too much. It's an entrance look. It's not there. It's not bad. I
it's her
just
drag.
expect. I just expected more. But it's not bad.
Well,
But it's a regret.
yeah, I don't.
And now we have Hershey Liqueur Jete, the sister of Cornbread Jete.
I like her. Um,
This is a regret up from top to bottom. From top to bottom.
I
Regret.
like the idea of the silhouette.
I like the drama of the cape, but aside from that, top to bottom regret.
I'm gonna say this
There's no
shorty
shade.
right here is also giving me the tsunami mindset of she acknowledges like I think she's just taking it easy right now. I like this hoe. I want to root for her, especially because I like her storyline. I feel like it is very just
Me too.
like
Me too.
real. It's like I will be real with you. Besides, because we did talk I think about this last season with about Kasha Davis, but it gives that like we are at a point where drag you or here like you are having this life you are living life bitch like you have your kids you have your family you have your day fucking like your real life, you know what I mean? And I think we've had this conversation where that has been something that like Edward like bitch like are you gonna buy a house like how is this gonna
Right.
be able to leave this for you? And she has that. I love her storyline. I think it matters. It's important, and
It's
this
very
was a
important.
very specific choice to walk in. So I'm really gonna root for her. I just think the colors didn't blend well. The fabric didn't blend well, but the silhouette is something that I would love to see in the future with everything else differently.
I do like
But
the hair and the color of the hair. I just thought this wasn't a good compilation to put all the way together. I do think that her personal storyline is very important to one, drag race, and also just queer culture. We need to see more queer parents on TV because I
mm,
feel like yeah, there's a lot of queer people that have kids, but it's still like seen very taboo in like mainstream media for queer people to be like parents, let alone good parents. So I'm glad that she first day in she's talking about this. So shout out to you, sis, but it's a regret.
like
Was
yeah, well, that was our batch 2 of season 16
that
overall.
that's where
Yeah,
oh 07?
I would say so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Gag.
It went quick.
That's why when the message came up with RuPaul, Plasma was Plain Jane was like 1, 2, 3, 7, and
She's like, hold on.
she said that's it.
She's like, I got this in the bag. I'm smoking these bitches.
So for the first mini challenge of the seasons, the queen were to take they were supposed to go to the She MV, which is a play on the DMV, and they were supposed to go take their new ID picture. And of course, who's there? Not only the one and only.
T.S. Madison!
And my
And
whole thing
she
is like,
stays
why
good
why
and
wasn't
busy.
T.S. if T.S. Madison was there for the mini challenge? Why wasn't she there for the main challenge? If T.S. Madison was made a a full time judge on Drag Race?
She was probably busy. Maybe she had other
No,
things going on. I
no.
mean,
Like my whole thing is like no, No. Why was Connie Love there twice and TS wasn't? Exactly.
Who the
Like
fuck is
that's what
Connie Love?
production said.
I mean, I know
Connie,
Connie Love. Wait,
Connie,
Connie Love. Look
yes,
at that.
yes. I'm
I
not
know.
cutting your shit.
I'm sorry, my mind was just so focused on TS. But
No, but no, like y'all need to stop respecting T.S. Madison. Like, I'm sorry, but like,
wait,
why
huh? Start?
start?
Oh, okay. I heard stop. We was
Girl, I
about
will
to
never say stop respecting T.S.
we was
Madison.
about to shut shit down in here.
Girl, absolutely not. I
Okay.
will literally throw hands.
We're gonna be like Natalie and Scotty.
Like, I will literally throw hands baddie style for TS. Like, that's really my bitch. She follows me on Twitter, so I will never say one bad thing about
She
her.
retweeted me once, so I'll take it.
Period. And also, she's a fucking LGBTQ icon. And to me, she's one of my heroes. So I
Absolutely.
definitely think that T.S. Madison needs to start being respected a little bit more by production, because why is it the second episode and she was not on the judging panel? Don't
And what
fuck
they got you on the panel for? I don't
don't
know.
mess don't fuck with me. Like
We see her. We have to see what she has coming up soon.
Ross has, yeah, we need to go see her. Ross has been on Drag Race for a very long time. You can give TS the premiere and have Ross come in on third episode. Or you could have swapped this and had Ross do the mini challenge and had TS do the judging.
Or have all five of them there, bitch. A five-people
Yeah,
panel.
fuck Becky G. Why wouldn't you just have
Uh,
TS, Ross, and like
we're getting word that Becky G was found dead at arrival. Cause damn, bitch, what'd she do?
No, I'm
Well,
just saying, because I'm just like, even, you know what's funny? There was a picture that said that when Becky G walked in, it was the girl's first acting challenge because none of them knew who she was, but Geneva.
no, and then Geneva said, "Me gustan mayores."
Right. She's like, like, oh
I'm
my
gonna sing.
God.
I'm gonna sing a lyric.
Right.
Ooh.
Well, the girls ate down in their little mini challenge, and the winner of the mini challenge was Nymphia Wind, and she won $2,500.
Hello.
Nymphia is the one to watch.
So there,
She's
that mini challenge, it was pretty much they had to come out. Lonnie is, um, I
Who's
don't even know
Lonnie?
what Lonnie was doing there.
Who's Lonnie?
I just mixed Love and Connie together. So Lonnie. Uh, but T.S. Madison and Rue were taking their driver ID license and they had them cracking up. And I feel like
Rue was cutting up, and I loved it.
they put Nymphia at the end for a reason because that bitch sold it. So
Exactly.
I
No,
love it.
when Maya was acting like she was asleep at the DMV, I was cracking up because when you go to the DMV, them lines be so motherfucking long that you really
Yep.
be napping at least 3 times before it's your turn.
You go watch a whole season of baddies.
Literally.
No, they did a good job. I really did like those challenges, and I like too that although it was a split premiere, I like that they were pretty similar to one another. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
In a good way. With that being said, let's get into
let's get into it.
the
Let's
maxi challenge of the episode. So
It's the
for this
one maxi challenge of the season.
the one maxi challenge of the season. So for this week's maxi challenge, the queens were to perform in the Queen Choice Award talent show. So last week we had the MTV Spring Break, and this week we have the Queen Choice Awards, which is a play on, like, Kids
Queen's
Choice
Choice Award.
Awards, People's Choice Awards, which I am nominated for.
Make sure to
So
vote.
yeah, make sure you guys programming now. Yours truly was nominated for a People's Choice Award for Best Production for Watch What Happens Live, your favorite nighttime talk show. So make sure you guys vote, okay? Vote! Because
Yes, run it up. Run up those votes. Share it
run
to
up
your
those votes.
friends.
You can
Share
vote
it to
every
your
day
grandma.
into the 19th. So make sure you guys vote for Watch What Happens Live, the only nighttime talk show that features almost every drag queen from Drag Race when Drag Race is airing. Let's
That's
talk
right.
about it.
Let's
Let's
get
talk
into it.
Let's talk about it.
Oh,
If you're
Yeah,
watching
not ready
Drag
for that one.
Race, you better vote for Watch What Happens Live because we're the only ones that actually bring the queens and feature them.
Yep, yep, yep.
With that said, but yeah, so the queens had to perform their talent show in this Queen's Choice Awards talent show, which I love even that. And I think that World of Wonder sometimes when they're creating their little maxi challenge, they kind of stumbled into like some really great ideas. And the Queen Choice Awards,
Oh
that will
yeah,
be iconic. Like
yeah,
they should actually do that. Like,
yeah.
where like drag queens are
You
voting
never,
for each other to win.
you never
They should do
know.
that. They should do that.
They dropping
Um,
little hints.
right. So for the Queen's Choice Award, every queen had to perform a different talent show. Which one was your favorite?
Give me 1 second. Let me run it through my head again. Cause
Well,
I
for me,
honestly, I still have in my head, this bitch with the feet. Um,
Q.
Q, cause she had me mesmerized. Give me 1 second.
So Geneva did an original song that was very cultural, you know, and it was very about being Latina. And I think she was like, I forgot what the words were saying, but it was like Geneva de Latina, Geneva de Latina, something like that in that instance. But she ate, and I thought it was cute. So then Hershey Courgette did another original song, and it was like she was like in the jungle,
That
which
was
the song
cute.
was actually written by her sister, and that was cute. Plasma also did another original song, and in the middle of her original song, she did impersonations, which to me did not go anywhere.
I think yeah, she put in a lot in that sandwich, and it's like the tomato fell out, the lettuce fell out. It was
Right.
still good. It was still a BLT,
It was
bitch. I
concept,
ate it.
but no.
Execution.
Exactly.
I feel like for me, oh, go ahead, baby. We
No, no, go
explained.
ahead. Finish, finish,
We're
finish.
building that picture for them, but one of the ones that really, had my jaw to the ground just based off beauty, based off the fact that like, all right, take this $20 bill was Nymphia Wins, and I just might be being really biased towards her,
I'm so glad that we're on the same page about this.
right?
Nymphia
Done
ate
sleeves.
down.
That was gorgeous.
Listen, I'm gonna say this because there's a lot of Latinas that come on and do something cultural, and we have to eat it up just because it's cultural. There's a lot
No,
of
and not even Raja. We talked about this during All Stars 8 with Raja.
right. So like there's a lot of queens that come from cultural backgrounds that they do talent shows that involve their culture, and there is this, again, the white fans want to eat everything up, even if it's bad, even if it's cultural and it's bad, they want to eat it up because they want to seem woke. They get on my fucking nerves. I'm
You
not gonna
see,
say something was lit just because it was cultural related. I'm not. I'm not. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it. And Nymphia ate down. Down.
no, she did indeed. I'll give it to her without a doubt.
It was
It was,
elegant.
and the makeup. I feel
Everything.
like who's the Rock'em Sock'em Bock'em?
What?
Who's the drag queen? Rock'em Sock'em Bock'em. She does her anime makeup, and also Angina. Rock'em Sock'em. I think season 12.
I never heard that name.
It's then hold on. Let me. Okay, production should have had this pulled up. But I'm just saying, like,
Who the
come
fuck
on,
is Rackham Sock'em Bockham?
Rock'em Drag Race. Rock M Sakura.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Well, she does her anime makeup, and I feel like Nymphia is coming for her gig and just elevated it.
No, she definitely ate. I think it was amazing. It was at first I was like, okay, we're gonna do this for the entire number, and then she said, "Woof," and the sleeves got longer, and then she threw one leg, and the leg sleeves got longer, and then she was wrapping her. I said, "Girl, eat me
Came
up,
down to
honey."
the grounds, rolled, pulled them shits in, pushed it back out.
Yeah,
It was
it was everything. It was everything.
spectacular.
It was
And
everything.
I do think she was wrapped. Then next we have Plain Jane, who does also an original number, and we seen her from the beginning. She was hyping up her talent. I was excited. I'm like, this girl, what could she possibly give us? And
Wait, hold on.
although
Before we get into Plain Jane, because I know what you're gonna say, Megami did an original song, And at the end, she
Did she?
held these posters. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't an original song. It was a lip sync. But
Yeah.
yeah, you were like, did she? She held these signs that basically were about like supporting drag art, and if you love drag, if you love drag queens, also love us during the polls, which I loved. But
That was
then
good.
but then when she was done, Plain Jane said in her confessional, she said, when you take away the message, what is her talent?
What
And you
art are we protecting?
and you saying what? And she said, what art are we protecting? That
I said,
I said the bitches are cutting up, bitch.
no, the production, the producers in the back are they're doing what they got to do.
Girl.
I'm happy that it was in there because we were all thinking it. Someone had to say it, and that's what bitches don't like. It's like you can be woke, but be part of being woke is also being woke enough to be like, yeah, bitch, like, oh, that's not like.
No, I definitely think that, I mean, no shade. Like, if you take away the message, that was just a lip sync.
I mean that, and just there was no. It sounds crazy because it does have life. It has passion, and like she said, and she was so
But
passionate
this is a
about.
talent show.
And it goes like to what Kiki Palmer told Law Roach. She said, "Great message, but wrong time. Like, I see what you're going with, but this is
Wrong
not the
time.
time and place for it." So it's just like,
This is not
I
the
mean,
kind. Drag Race is not the kind of place to
no,
promote messages about pro drag and
no,
protecting drag art. Okay.
no. In the sense of the talent show, in the sense of the talent show, yes, you can do it, but you have to execute it. That is where we are focusing on this season, is
Execution.
concept and execution.
Yep.
We're not saying that the drag is not valid, but what we're saying is, was the concept executed, bitch? This is what we get this season.
Right. And then, like you said, we have
I
Plain
mean,
Jane.
she got her message out.
She got her message out. Who is calling me right now?
It's Rue.
Hold on. Babe, I'm recording the talk.
And Nicki Minaj just
Oh,
posted.
sorry.
It's okay. I was just calling you because I wanted your Zeus account, but it's okay.
I'll text it to you.
Thank you, my love.
Oh,
So yeah, so Plasma walks in and she's doing a original song, which then turns into a reveal of titties. She's dressed as like a burger first, and then it's a bunch of titties, and then she starts throwing mustard and ketchup on
Plain
her.
Jane. This is Plain Jane.
Yeah, I said Plain Jane, no?
No, you said
Oh, I
Plasma.
said Plasma. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Plain Jane. My bad. Plain Jane, and she started throwing a bunch of mustard and a bunch of ketchup. And no shade, Plain Jane, but when you take away the mustard and the ketchup, what was your talent?
Ooh. Who gonna tell her?
When you
Who
take away
gonna
the
tell her?
costume, the mustard, and the ketchup, Plain Jane, what was your talent?
She was left with a burger finger. And
Because it was not good enough.
I related to it. The only thing was not maybe burgers. It was more like blunt fingers. Like, you know, when you smoke a blunt and then your like hands smell like, you're like, oh my god, like it smells like weed, and then you eat the burger. So it was relatable. But for someone who was just like, I'm
Right.
taking over, I'm like, burger bitch, burger baby. This
When you
this is
dish it, you're
Nymphia's
supposed to take it.
this is Nymphia's win, but the producers were producing. They said this bitch is cutting up in this back motherfucking confessional. Give her the crown or the win for the week.
Well, with that said, those were all of the how you call it? Excuse me. Ooh, she's gagged.
No talent
It's been
show.
a long weekend in Atlanta. Hold on. Whew. The with the sticky finger and boob.
The real babies.
So the queen those were all of the talent shows, and then the queens went into rate a queen system. Now it's time to rate each other, and some of them were saying like, I'm gonna rate the queen based on how good they were, and some of them were saying I'm gonna rate the queen based on. Plain Jane literally said, I'm putting the girls that did worst at the top and the girls that did best at the bottom.
Absolutely.
And she put Nymphia all the way to the bottom, which
6.
is, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm skipping, which is what production is telling me. And she says, please um, look through the runway first because you're not doing your job as a host and you're not reading your notes. So, with that said, Nymphia wins.
Nymphia wins. Oh my god. She just does
And the
it every
category
time.
is reveal yourself. Oh no, made y'all look.
Major luck.
But it's also like
Category
supposed to be,
is
but it's supposed to be a
major luck.
reveal. But it's supposed to be a reveal.
Absolutely. Um, Gorgina, bitch. It's like, can
Oh,
we look at the
Gina.
hair? Can we take a moment for the hair? Like that
Yeah.
alone, you took it, mama. Then
Yeah.
you have this second look, because she came out of a big banana. Then she has a whole bunch of other bananas, and if you realize, it's the process of the bananas going from like getting ready. They're green, they're a little more yellow, and then
And they're
boom,
right.
under we have a nice and ripe, ready for a freaking ice cream sundae. She ate that beginning, middle, and ends.
And even at the end with the nipples and the things that are hangings, those look like banana peels after you eat a banana and you leave them out for so long they turn
Yeah,
brown. Like
yeah,
concept and execution
and a story.
through and through. She
Yeah,
ate.
I love it.
Then we have Hershey Liqueur Jate. And she said that she was doing a very bar drag reveal in the sense that she's wearing a very furry coat and then boom, under it's a beautiful gown. I really like this look, and the only critique that I have for this look is
The
literally the
beautiful
same.
gown never showed up. The beautiful gown was never revealed.
The beautiful gown was never revealed. I like the gown. I just think that why was it so short? Like the seam, like just like Michelle said, like what
Mhm.
would like I don't know.
Great concept.
And you know what I would have loved too? You know how the material of her coat?
Hmm.
If when she took it off, some of the material was at the bottom of this dress and made it into like a mermaid silhouette with that material at the bottom,
Yes,
like that would have ate.
yes. And then she could have made that dress into a third reveal, made it something shorter.
Right.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
don't hate this look. I don't hate this look. It's just like she said, she needed more time with it. I hope that is something that she could touch up because I really, 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 really want to root for her. I like her. I like her. I like
I
her.
like her a lot too. I like her a lot too.
I like her a lot too. And I see that fire. So
Right.
I'm rooting for her.
Pl-
Miss Plain Jane, she this is the moment where I heard Renaissance and like Break My Soul played naturally in the flow that Beyonce decided for it to play. I understood her. I understand her brand. She came out with this beautiful baby blue look, giving me like El Skabashkusk from Russia on a cold winter day,
Right.
and turns around so elegantly to reveal this fucking. It's
Hushimama.
stupid. It's
Yeah.
rotten. It's hilarious. This
Right.
is how you get Rue to have his eyes on you, and
Right.
I'll give it to her.
And I like the comedic relief of this reveal because it like you said, it went from giving like very like fashion and
Yeah,
look queen to giving funny and comedy and like raunchy and big boobs and big ass. Like I like this too. It was cute. It was cute. It was a wet.
it was wet.
Then we have Geneva Carr.
Oh, she took my heart. I love this. I loved this fucking like this is speaks so much to my childhood. It just gave me like, bitch, I'm
Oh,
Maya and Miguel. Like this is how I envision a reveal. It's definitely something you could see on Encanto Live on Broadway. That
what
fucking
about this speaks to your childhood?
well, the way that the message of it is like, bitch, I am me. I'm man.
Which one
I'm
of your grandmas wore this?
not my grandma's whole, but in the sense of the message, you have your masculinity and you have your femininity to it, and to wear it and also reveal it the way that she revealed it. She said, "Who
That's what I
back
needed.
in
That's what I needed
shit."
you to get at because my whole thing is like, I'm like, you're not Mexican, so why? Like,
Well, bitch, I'm trying to build up my story, so I'm gonna interrupt you when you're explaining. So for me, I love the way that she did her reveal, she did her spin, and it was a concept that was executed effortlessly because I saw one look that gave me one story, and then another look that gave me a completely different story. She didn't change her hair. She didn't have to change anything else. She literally just
And
10.
like she said, she didn't leave anything on the floor because she didn't say that I had to take things off. She said that I had to reveal something. And I did like this look. I think that one of the biggest things about a reveal is completely looking different from the first moment you walk into the runway and looking different when you walk out. And I think that she had that concept and she had that execution. She looked like a mariachi in the beginning, and then she looked like with this beautiful dress that was very, very meaningful to her. And it looked amazing. She looked great.
Tens. All eyes are on her. It's Megami. Um.
I'm gonna let you have this one.
So, ah, this is Brooklyn, right? I see this for Brooklyn in the sense of the artsy fartsiness to it.
It's
I
very
love it.
Bushwick.
Well,
It's very Bushwick.
very much that. So it's valid. It's getting this moment of representation.
Wait,
But
hold
when
on.
we are looking
Wait,
at this,
hold on. I'm still screaming about production saying to get Geneva on Encanto live action.
now we are selling her tickets. Yeah, no, I just like I don't even know how to
RuPaul
feel
said,
about it.
I have the same feeling and thought that RuPaul had when she
Okay,
saw
give
it.
it to me. Let me see
And
if I
she said, what's the reveal?
the eyes. Yeah. This is one of those queens that's just gonna just need a little not even trimming. I don't know. I don't
It's,
know. I
I don't
wanna
even
like
I don't
her.
even
I
I
wanna
don't
like
even
her
want to say
because of
I don't even want to say concept and execution because I don't even feel like the concept is there.
well, I mean the concept is think a Greek god who like plucked his eyes out because something something something. I'm not really sure. Um it's a
Mm.
lot. There's a lot of patterns. There's a lot of material.
This
I
is the
think this
wrong look for this runway.
and that's I think the best way we can put it.
The category does not match the runway. And that's it. Take your L. It's okay. You misread it. You misread it. I think that
She
the
just
problem
read it. I
I
don't know
think that
what else to do.
the problem was that maybe because of the media look, she thought like it had like like eyes and like
Wait,
but
wait.
I
You
mm,
see now I could that okay.
but it's
Made
still
you
there
look.
was no reveal and like at the end of the day if the reveal is the fact that you plucked your eyes out and then your eyes are in your hand, babe, bring out fake eye bulbs, pluck them out, throw them, and then reveal your eyes in your hand.
Or she also could have done I don't even know. Like it could have been like an egg look where it had like it was like I don't fucking know. Like we could have done something. I think they're just that's where we maybe missed it. There wasn't maybe like a I don't want to say like a thinking process that's so fucked up. But oh like I was like maybe there wasn't a thinking process of like I think
No, I think she
that
legitimately misread the category.
yeah, like it was like made you look and she was like, "Oh bitch, like is eyes. Like I'm eyes, like I'm gonna make them like
Yeah, I'm gonna pluck them and then I'm gonna go like this, and then that's why. Then she shows up to the competition and they say, "Yeah, it's major look, but you have to have a review." And she said, "Oh shit." So then she was like, "How do I make it a story?" And then she goes into her confessional and says what she said in her confessional. Because when she was walking out, I was like, "Okay, this is a lot to take off." Like this is if this is a reveal, I'm like, what is she gonna take off? The wings? I'm like, are the wings gonna open and reveal like a RuPaul's face or something? Like what's gonna happen? And when she just says like this, and then she don't even keep it on for a long time. She brings her eyes back down, her hands back down. I would have said okay, and I would have stayed like this the whole time,
oh
and I
I
would have.
like this queen though, but it definitely
That doesn't mean you have to like her. That doesn't mean you like to have her category. Just because you like the queen does not mean you have to like her category.
well, I like the queen and I don't like the category.
Period.
Exactly.
No
So
bars.
yeah, she totally. Mwah. She should have kept her hands here a little more.
Then we have Maya Iman LePage.
I another hoe. I would wanna love her, but this would again is cultural, right? I like the actually do like that last look, but it's just the I'm not
I'm gonna give her the
feeling
same critique that I gave Morphine. You take it off, and then it's just a bodysuit.
clock it.
You take it off, and it's just a bodysuit. And then my whole thing is also is that she took it off so early in the runway that we barely even got to experience the first look. I feel like she
Yeah.
should have came all the way down to the T of the runway and then taken it off.
Taking off
And
a glove
then,
over here, a glove over
you know,
there.
like at
hmm
least Morphine walked in her towel the entire runway and, did her little spin later, which made sense. But she literally walked out, took it off, and kept like,
Ciao. Um.
I'm not gonna read that comment, production. I'm not.
Wait, I gotta see.
I'm not gonna. Everybody, listen. Cardi B says she got to bag and fix her teeth. Everybody needs the equal opportunity to fix
Okay,
their teeth.
get your bag.
Get your bag, baby. Get your bag.
Get your bag.
Yeah, this was a regret.
And this is why I like the double premieres. It really gives them a moment to realign with Invisalign, and take time to get used to the competition. But
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
listen, this season, I'm like, I think this is gonna be my most ruthless one yet because
Fine.
no, well, there's ruthless and there's rude. I don't want to be rude. I'm gonna be ruthless in a good way because these bitches, like, they have to hear it from somebody.
No, this was a regret. Get off my screen.
Next,
And then we have Plasma. I loved it.
amazing.
I loved
Yeah.
it. It was great. It was concept. It had a story attached to it, and you know, every version of her reveal looked cute. The only critique I have is that when she got into that bodysuit at the end, the 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 back part of the bodysuit at the bottom, it was floppy. It looked like a pamper. I need you to like
Okay, I do see pampery.
it looked pamperish when she was walking back, and there was like a lot of space, you know. Production
Yeah,
says that it was giving strawberry shortcake, and it was definitely giving production also says she liked it, so let's make sure that we understand that she liked it.
I
Okay.
liked it. There was a message. I feel like tied in with her personally because she knows how to sew. Also within drag because drag you sew, and the
Yeah.
reveal was cute from the little tomato pin holder. So then there's like look, and then down to like this burlesque one, and then for funsies we got a little bit of nipple twirling there. So
Right.
I think that this bitch is gonna make it far. This is plasma
Yeah.
we're talking about, but where plasma's gonna have a hard time, or not have a hard time, is just that editing portion of what's this one piece I should take off before I walk out the front door today.
Mm. And what do you what's that one piece from this that you will take off?
In this moment, what would I take off?
This is great.
Maybe not this one, but eventually down the road, I feel like based
Oh,
off her
you're giving
pattern,
her future critique.
her future critique, bitch. I'm for make it look.
You gotta be watching the YouTube in order to get it. You gotta be watching the YouTube. If you're listening on podcast, switch over to YouTube so that you can watch.
No, like, yeah, like maybe she didn't have to take off the nipple tassels. That was an extra flair in there, because we went from this
So now
like
she doesn't have
tomato.
to take off.
We had the little tomato look, then we had the pants, then we had the corset. So it's like that little nipple thing was an extra play on there. But um yeah, you don't want to give all your tricks out on the first runway. But bitch, I'm excited. I will say I'm at the edge of my
Like I
seat.
say, come full throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
Okay.
my whole thing is like you only have one chance to impress these judges. So when bitches play that thing about like, oh, I don't want to show everything on the first time, you run
Yeah.
that risk. You run that risk of the judges not connecting with you, and then boom, you're eliminated. I think that now the
100%.
girls with the whole pre-elimination and yada yada yada, sometimes they get a little bit I don't know, worried or whatever, and
Yeah.
I think that, they might play it safe because they know like there's not gonna be any eliminations this week. But girl, we're gonna get to eliminating.
Yeah, because I saw what's her face? Maya.
Hmm.
She I would But you make a valid point. But I was like, damn, bitch, like, why? Like, you should have learned from Jax. Why? Don't start flipping day one. Because, bitch, when you have to pull out your flip to save your ass in a lip sync, then it's going to be like, well,
But
bitch,
I disagree with you on that one because it was a talent show and that's her talent.
yeah.
Unlike other girls that were just lip syncing, lip syncing should not be your talent because lip syncing is a requirement as a drag queen. So that's her talent. Her
Well,
talent.
but no, it's not. Because then why the fuck did Jimbo win?
Just because she's not good at it doesn't mean it's not required for her to lip sync. Clock it. No bars.
Clock it.
Um.
Why?
So again, back to where I was. The
Bring it back.
queens went into Raider Queen. Plasma said she was not putting any of the girls that did well at the top. She was gonna put them at the bottom. She's playing the game, and I'm not
Plain
mad.
Jane. Plain Jane. Plain Jane.
Why do I keep confusing them?
It's the P.
Plasma plain Jane, plasma plain
Mhm.
Jane, plasma plain Jane, plasma plain Jane, plasma plain Jane.
It's just
Um,
Plasma does sound a little cuntier, and then Plain Jane
it's
is more
plain
of
Jane.
that. It's like we there. I got you.
And if it's not the remix with Nikki, I don't want it.
Every
So
time, every time this season, if Wellington mixes those names up, we're gonna take a shot. Or, actually, we're gonna test you for our true and our real listeners. Just give them a DM and say correction, timestamp. No, he don't like that. Let's stick
the
to the.
girl,
Let's stick
I
to the shot.
dare. I dare you. Test me. Send me the time step. Let's go. I actually want to see the interaction. Let's go. Honey. Get it to me.
And
So
I'll take
yeah,
the shot.
so after the queens rated each other, at the top we have Geneva and Plain Jane, and they
Mm.
have to lip sync for the win.
Well,
And
before we even get to the lip sync, how do we feel about these results of the Raider Queen?
I'm not fucking with this Raider Queen shit. I'm really not.
Ooh.
Mm.
I like the Raider Queen, but why don't you like it?
I don't like the Raider Queen because again, it's not putting up forth the girls that actually deserve to win. Nymphia should have been at the top.
Absolutely.
Nymphia should have been at
Absolutely.
the top. And I'm not gonna be mad that she wasn't because at the end of the day, these are the rules of the game this season. And every season there's a new rule
Twist.
and twist of the competition, and it is what it is. However, I can see someone like Nymphia that is very very good, not get any wins because the girls are positioning different girls at the top. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like I don't think Plain Jane deserved to be at the top. I think that her entire situation, her maxi challenge, and her runway gave safe. To me, it didn't give top. So I think that
But the
that's
way that she voted definitely mattered in the way that the results came up.
yeah,
And that's how, yeah, I see that flaw, but I also see where that could benefit a queen like Plain Jane. It's like you got to play this game socially, and that's starting to change, kind of like what production just said. Are we rating off talent or are we rating off social, your social capabilities? At the same
right.
time, drag is kind of maybe, is it both? You have to have that social ability to be able to make shit happen.
But it kind of
Um,
becomes like a popularity contest. I think that they need to like before like I
I
mean
don't think they're gonna do it the whole season. I
it's
think
the
it's only gonna be like this and the next episode
no,
because if you,
I think they're gonna do it because the remember the queen that wins gains immunity.
Yeah, but then what I think is happening because on the preview, Rue says, "I'm gonna give you guys one more chance to rate a queen." So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe this is only gonna be for the first three, and then they're gonna have maybe different ways to give immunity, or like different ways where it's like instead of like if you're on the top or the bottom, it's gonna be like they're gonna vote now who they want to send home, and then it's gonna be like, well, bitch, I have immunity, and then
Right.
it's like if 10 votes went to this bitch, but that bitch has immunity, and this other one got one, then that one's gonna get the chop.
I used to like when they used to vote each other out. I don't care who you want to save. I want to know who you want out.
I
You
like
know,
the
like,
immunity.
and when you switch it and you're like you have to vote for the queen that you want to save, you are doing the same thing. It's just that you are changing the language around, and the queens are not going to vote the one that they want to keep. And so it's like
Yeah.
instead of trying to be congenial about it, let's get nasty. Who do you want out?
Yeah, you're
But
not wrong. You're not wrong.
let's see a little bit of this lip sync that they did to Becky G's Shower. And we're going to talk over it because, we don't have the rights to this song. And we're only going to play it for 5 seconds. Let's go.
Time has come.
Listen.
For
It's
you
intense.
to
So when you look at
lip
this, who do you think is going to win? Geneva or Plain?
for
I mean, off rip,
the
I was thinking Geneva was gonna
win.
take it all the
Yeah,
way
I'm not
just
sure who's going
because
to eat her
it's
out.
something that
All I can think of is
she related.
Becky
As soon
G's
as she
right
saw Becky
there,
G, she's like, okay, like I'm here. This is like if
and I
Nikki was
need
there,
that immunity.
no one's gonna see me
It's
on
gonna
that
be a
lip sync
show.
competition.
Right,
I'm
Locked
gonna look pink like I am in the
and
motherfucking
done.
tower, and I'm
right.
also an
It's
American
up.
Idol, and I'm also a RuPaul's Drag Race coming to the
I
crown.
also think that it's about like understanding the song and understanding who you're going against.
Yes.
Because Plain is very funny. She can get fun and she can get messy, but she's funny too. So
She
Geneva,
is funny, but I like that Geneva still stuck to her character. When
right?
she was
Correct.
selling, she was selling. Although she saw that Plain Jane was giving more upbeat and more comedy, she still stuck in her pocket. She wanted to sing it in this way that she connected to it, and yeah, like I liked how it was performed.
Yeah, Jane definitely played more into then Jane's boob goes out. So then everybody's crying.
No, that was hilarious, and
That was hilarious because she's it's also so good because the other one is covered. So it makes it seem like it's a mistake, like
uh-huh.
it
And
makes
then the way she like picks it up later on, she's like, "Oh, like that's out here."
yeah.
She was just having fun. And
No,
this is what made me really enjoy her performance was that like this bitch is really like you're hot, but you are a bitch and you're also funny. Like you're not scared to get ugly. And this is the issue that we both had with Carrie Colby, where it was like, bitch, like we get it, you're gorgeous. Like that can never be taken away from you, but like crack a fucking joke for us.
right, right. Like where's the concept? Like, okay, you're a pretty girl, beautiful gowns, but that's
You
what we see. Beautiful gowns,
we like to be.
So it's like we you need to be versatile and you need to be full package. And I think that Plain Jane definitely gave that during this lip sync. I also really liked Geneva's performance. And
Yeah.
shout out to Geneva for making top 2 on the first episode.
The Latina Geneva.
The Latina Geneva putting on for all of the Latinas. Shout out to you, girl. Like, eat them up. You're a big girl, and you better and that mug. One thing
Oh,
I will say, one thing I will say,
it's paid
the
to be.
the Latinas don't play about their mug, honey, because every Latina that I've seen so far, the mug is mugging. Okay,
Well, except Serena.
I meant this season, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Serena Chacha, it's a chop. But that has been the tea. Now you decide the shade. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of The Tuck. Make sure that you guys are listening to our podcast every week on Spotify and Apple Music. On Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. We just dropped the EP on Apple Music. And if you want to watch the visual, go on YouTube on the Reality Rundown's YouTube channel and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we are there every week dropping new episodes.
And make sure to hit that bell so you can stay notified with all and everything the Tuck. Mwah.
Thank you so much for joining me for another week of The Talk. Follow us on
Love it.
Twitter and Instagram at The Talk Podcast. And follow us
Cutthroat season 3.
Season 3 is gonna be that girl.
Oh,
I want y'all to know season 3.
there's something new in the air.
Right. It's very
You know.
something new in the air. Love you. Bye. See you next week.
Over and out.